So now we have another special treat. This is an individual who is basically a first-timer, although back in February, he did his first story in tandem with his wife, who you've heard from earlier today, Maureen Elias. Okay. This is her husband, and this is his first time telling a story by himself. So, it's very exciting. And for his fun fact, apparently, if you get him drunk enough, his Oklahoma accent will come out. He is completely beholden to his pug puppy, who snores louder than he does. He's given to me by his wife, so you might know this. And he speaks Korean, but not as well as his wife. Again, these fun facts were filtered through Maureen, but still, they're all true. We've given extra love to our first-time solo storyteller, Dustin Elias.
2 roads diverged from the woods, and I took the one less traveled. And that's made all the difference. As a 21-year-old kid, his words by Robert Frost seemed so poetic and romantic to me, and I decided how fun it would be to take a different road, the road less traveled. But 3 days of driving just north of Los Angeles now on Interstate 5 on the Grapevine, which is a road that basically goes straight up, in a U-Haul, trailing my car, looking at all these cars that have overheated and broke down on my left and right, just praying that my car doesn't break down. I realized that the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. So I'm from Oklahoma, which I'll only admit I'm from. Oklahoma is the Sooner State. And for those of you that don't know, which is pretty much anyone who's not from Oklahoma. It was originally land promised to Native Americans, but had been stolen from America when we decided to get more land. And the Sooners were people that decided to cheat the land run and went out and staked their land before the race actually began. So this state is founded by pathetic thieves and cheaters. Really hasn't morally improved since And Oklahoma is a state that you can be trapped in. You know, no one likes living there. Maybe one or two. No one likes them. And as a kid, you want to leave. But you graduate high school, or in most Oklahoman's case, you don't graduate high school. You work probably at the local factory, and you think it's a good job, right? And you get married, you have a kid, maybe in the opposite order, and you're trapped there, and you're stuck. And at 21, I knew that was not good for me. So I've been in college for 2 years at the University of Oklahoma. Its mascot is appropriately the Sooners. And at the time, I discovered I can't afford rent and tuition and food. And I decided that, shelter and substance is more important than education. So I dropped out of school. And I realized there's nothing left for me in Oklahoma. I'd said goodbye to my family, my brother, and my parents when I went to college. And aside from my cat Bush, there was no ties to Oklahoma. So I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, April, and an epiphany comes to me. And I look at April and I say, I don't like it here. I'm going to leave. And April looks at me and she says, where? Oklahoma City. Cats can't talk. But I think it means it took you long enough. So, I really U-Haul. The advantage being a 20-year-old that hasn't been able to afford tuition and food is I don't have a lot of stuff. So all my stuff fits in the back of this small U-Haul. It's probably not worth as much as the U-Haul costs. I don't think through all that much. And me and Butch, we started a 2,000-mile journey to Portland, Oregon. And, that night, the romance, Robert Frost words, the romance kind of slips away because I can't find a hotel that's willing to accept pets without charging the exorbitant fees. So I spent that night, at a rest stop, sleeping in the Geo Metro because unfortunately that is actually more comfortable than the cabin of U-Haul. And the next day I'm kind of tired still from driving all day yesterday and not having much sleep in the Geo Metro. We hit Albuquerque and I pulled over for gas. And amazingly enough, right as I stopped for gas, this monsoon starts in the desert. If you've ever been in the desert in Mexico, it's just an awesome, amazing sight. This wall of rain and lightning coming at me. And I decided I'm not going to drive through that. Right? So I sit in the cab and Butch and we wait out the monsoon. And that night, drive a little more, I'm even more exhausted and tired. And I sleep in a hotel, just chilling out. I'm asking about cats that day. And the next day is Los Angeles. And I have never, ever driven to see like Los Angeles. Especially with U-Haul. Trailing my Geo Metro, which is really the only car I've ever driven. And for those of you who don't know, a Geo Metro is like an upgrade from a riding lawnmower. So I'm just grabbing the wheel, and my hands hurt from grabbing it so hard and driving through this Los Angeles traffic, and just breathing or something, trying to not have an anxiety attack as I'm driving through Los Angeles. And finally, after about 3 hours, I cleared Los Angeles, north of it, and I just started to breathe a sigh of relief. And there's the grapevine, this road that is literally 90 degrees straight up, and you don't see an end to it. I don't even think I can make this, right? As I'm driving up it, there's just ominous signs that say, turn off your air conditioner, avoid overheating, right? And there's cars left and right that just overheat and they're broke down. I'm just praying, like, please don't let me break down. Continuing, my hands are white from grabbing the steering wheel so hard, and they're numb now. And just like, I don't know if I can make this. I start self-doubt starts creeping in, and I realize I've got 3 choices, right? I can turn around and go back to Oklahoma. I can continue to Portland. Or I can just take the next exit from there, right? I can turn around to Oklahoma. It's not about a pride thing, right? I mean, there would be people like, I'm 21 years old. Like, kids learn, you made a mistake, you learn. I don't think anything to be ashamed of. But I'm really stubborn. I'm really stubborn. And even though I decided to move to Portland for no real reason, I decided I'm going to live in Portland. And by God, I'm going to live in Portland. I don't know why, but I'm going to live in Portland. So that's my decision. I look at my companion, Butch. What should we do, Butch? And she says, meow. Right? Cats do, but she's got this determined, stern look at her face. She means like, it's Portland or die. So we're going to go to Portland. And right at that moment, we crest the summit, and the rest of the trip is literally and figuratively downhill. Right? Easy. It's still tiring. Another 3 days, we finally pull into Portland. I'm exhausted from driving this U-Haul. And, we navigate the city of bridges with the U-Haul, which isn't the funnest thing. But now I just got to get in the apartment and start my life, and, sleep in my own bed. And the first place I find, they don't allow, sorry, we don't allow pets. weekends. Looking through newspapers to find apartments. Right? I've exhausted that. I can't find any place. I've been delegated to just driving around looking for signs. And I see this apartment complex. It's like the lights just shine. The sun's out. It looks like rainbows are sprouting from it. You know, little angels singing. It says pets allowed. Well, to me, it's just been like cats encouraged. Right? The manager was out there, and she was great. And it was cheap, which is the only thing I could afford anyway. It was in downtown Portland. It was wonderful. It was marvelous. I spent a couple of years in Portland. I didn't end there, but I've never gone back to